Peter, you want to explain what we're doing today?
No.
Alright, so we're going to cut this thing up today. We're thinking of cutting right here, this line. Just following that line, cutting it straight off. The adapter, which I'll show you in a moment, bolts up to here on this oil pump. And Peter's holding the new bell housing that we're going to run. Damn, hella cinematic. So, here's our flywheel. You know, once again, thanks to XAT Racing. They hooked us up with these parts. So make sure you go show them some love. You know, we'll tag them on the Instagram posts and our YouTube videos. So here's the adapter. You can see this is where the oil pump will sit. Yeah, all the hardware. So yeah, we'll record as we cut it and we'll see how it goes.
Tiernita la carne, ¿verdad? The one.
I don't know where. Oh, right here. Pretty high spot right here.
Well, it's uneven, so that makes sense.
All right, so we finished trimming this up and we made it, you know, real nice and smooth. So we made sure we sanded it. We pretty much just needed to get it with the level of the oil pan. So with doing that, then we can take these off real quick. Thank you. Okay. So with that off, we gotta get ourselves a new gasket. So you can kind of see the inside of this has those little pockets for oil. So that is very similar to our new adapter right here. So with this adapter, just goes in like this. Line up that one. Okay. That will go in this way. It came with its own hardware, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use one of the old bolts. Okay. So yeah, so this is how it'll bolt up. This is the new one. And then here's the section of transmission that we cut off. Definitely wasn't one take. You know, we cut it, we kept grinding it, test fitting, making sure we see where the high and low spots are. Yeah, so we kind of found this. There was a second groove like this on the other end here, and so we cut on the outside of it just to make sure we had enough material first. Then we cut on the inside of it. It's not really usable anymore, so that's why we were like, oh, it doesn't matter how many cuts we do. We just wanted to make sure that we had a clean cut on this surface. And so yeah, we just cut it a bunch of times. So this is the old one. This is trash now. I guess you can make a nice bell out of it. Here's a new one. So this transmission housing, bell housing, is off of a Lexus GX 460. And so that's what we'll use to bolt up to our 1UR, since it is the same engine. So we'll just bolt that up to the engine on this side. And then this side bolts up to this here, like so. So that'll go there. We do need to get some bolts for this thing. But yeah, that goes together like that. And the bolts go from this side towards the back. That holds it together. Again, thanks to XAT Racing. You know, he gave us this adapter for a really good deal. Yeah, and it comes with everything. So I'll show you guys all that right now. You will have to buy your own bell housing if you do this kit though. So, okay, so here's the full kit. Here's the lightweight flywheel. And so this will have bolt up to the crankshaft. And then we'll have this clutch attached to this. Removable friction material. Here's the clutch pack. You know, came with everything in the kit. Really nice. Here's our lines, because we are going from a regular slave cylinder to this, which is like a throwout bearing and slave cylinder all in one. So it came with all the lines to route it. It came with the bleeder screws and everything. Yeah, all ARP hardware to hold it down. So these are our flywheel bolts. These are our clutch disc bolts. Yeah, so next episode, or next segment of this, I guess, we'll be putting all the hardware together. We're going to be replacing all the seals and gaskets that are needed to. And with that, then we'll do a final assembly of all this, and then this will all be mounted on the transmission side, and it'll be ready to go whenever we're ready to put it into the car. So we'll probably have it mocked up and ready, and then we'll drop it into the car. And if we need to split it, we'll split it, but hopefully we'll be held together and we won't have to disassemble anymore. But yeah, thanks again, XAT Racing. Yeah, you can hit them up at xatracing.com. You know, tell them that WPM sent you. And, you know, it'll help us out because they're helping us out with this build. So, yeah, thank you. And we'll see how we get the assembly done next time. More daylight, too.